Glad to have you join us on this edition of the show. Our Tech Tips takes you through the process of removing your number from the Truecaller database. A mobile app of the week is designed to improve government communication. Also, watch out for our online security and giveaway segment. This is Tech Trends, and I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.
Across the world, governments have recognized the role that information and communication technologies could play in socio-economic development. However, most developed and some developing countries are putting in place policies and plans designed to transform their economies into an information and knowledge economy. Ahead of the launch of Code Lagos initiative, the Lagos state government reveals plans to set up 500 coding centers in both public and private schools. The initiative is targeted at equipping at least 1 million Lagosians with the skills of computer programming, aimed at making the state the technology frontier in Africa. The Special Advisor to Governor Akinwumi Ambode on Education, Mr. Obafela Bankulemo, in his address, explains how the coding initiative fits into the plans of Lagos Smart City development.
This year, our target is that we will set up our first 300 schools in April, and by September 2017, we'll set up another 200 to hit our target of 500. If possible, exceed that. As you're very much aware, last year, His Excellency the Governor signed an MOU, an agreement with Dubai Smart City to create a smart city in Lagos. And for us, Code Lagos is also fits into that. Lagos is a city of 23 million people. We are currently the 5th largest economy in Africa. Our target is that by 2020, according to the Governor of Lagos State, we want to be the 3rd largest economy in Africa. For us to do that, it's critical that different sectors in our economy contribute effectively to that. And we're confident that the science and technology is a critical part of that, of us achieving that objective.
In order to provide equal access to knowledge for all Lagosians, regardless of their socio-economic status and location, the first phase of the initiative will be setting up 15 centers in low-income schools.
We're going to be setting up coding centers in all our public schools and private schools, both secondary and primary, our tertiary institutions, our public libraries, and also community centers. That's our plan. That's how we intend to get these centers out there. We're also going to have an online platform to this, where you can go online to learn how to code.
The registration and screening of facilitators for Code Lagos is ongoing, and at the end of the process, 1,500 facilitators will be selected and deployed to centers across the state. It's projected that in the year 2020, over 1 million computing jobs will be vacant in most developed countries. And this is due to lack of appropriate preparation of future workforce. This is why students who learn to program early in life gain a deeper and more complete understanding of the logic and advanced thinking behind programming, whereby positioning them to get a job. The Experiential Technology Conference and Expo held in San Francisco takes us deeper into the world of technology through our brains. The conference spotlighted technologies trying to stimulate the mind, such as the human charger, which has an earplug that shines a bright light through your ears and to your brain.
It stimulates your brains, so you feel more alert. Your serotonin levels, your non-adrenaline levels, your dopamine levels are going up.
Of course, you can't mention tech and brain without delving into virtual reality, one of the hottest tech trends in the past year. Jon Favreau, an actor and director of movies such as Iron Man and The Jungle Book, is now creating animated virtual reality stories using the medium.
There's a lot of scary stuff about tech, especially when it's first breaking through. Every time I read it, the first instinct is always to recoil and to always say, ooh, that's kind of scary, or that could get Orwellian, or that could... And then you start to see, well, what's the opportunity to humanize it?
Other companies try to introduce VR into the field of medicine. For instance, Applied VR introduced programs for hospital patients to keep their minds occupied during painful procedures and to reduce anxiety.
One of the first studies that we did, we found a 29% measured reduction in anxiety and 24% reduction in perceived pain.
Some tech industry leaders say science fiction has already predicted the convergence of mind and technology. Ramez Nam, the author of the science fiction trilogy The Nexus, says that despite fears of increasingly immersive technology, the potential for building understanding is greater.
We communicate and we build empathy with our stories, and we can literally see out of the eyes of someone else. I think there's almost no better way to build empathy than that.
And as pointed out by Favreau, even as innovation escalates, it's still important to keep searching for the humanity in technology. Wearable technology is no longer just for humans. Fitness trackers for dogs and cats like Sugar's Pet Bowl are becoming increasingly popular, especially among pet owners in Hong Kong. Ava Louis, an owner of 3 cats, bought a Pet Bowl smart tag for them all. Sue Wong, her 7-year-old exotic short hair, is the heaviest, which is why Louis is watching what he eats.
My cats are super picky when it comes to food, so when I change the type of food, I know how many calories they take in. Then I'll know whether my cat is too fat or too skinny.
With all the data synced from the smart tag to an app on her phone, she's able to track Sue Wong's activity levels, food and water consumption, as well as his sleeping habits. The Pet Bowl comes at a price of nearly 900 Hong Kong dollars, but for the 33-year-old IT specialist, spoiling her cats is worth it.
I just always wish they would never get sick, that they don't ever get hurt. The less I take them to see the vets, the more time I can spend playing with them.
Once banned by Communist leader Chairman Mao Zedong, having a pet has now become a symbol of financial success in China, where, according to Euromonitor Consultant Group, the pet products sector, including healthcare, is expected to grow 5% annually to $1.2 billion in 2019. And it's because of China's growing affluence that has Hong Kong manufacturer Sugar launching their own pet healthcare business, which includes products like Pet Bowl, which hit the shelves last August.
Definitely, it is more difficult to develop technology for pet than human, because pet cannot tell their feelings to verbally to their owners. So we need to have a lot of professional devices to detect the situation of the pet, to validate all our results.
According to Transparency Market Research, the global market for wearable technology for pets is expected to reach $2.5 billion by 2024, from an estimated $1 billion at the end of 2016.